Welcome to episode number 19 of Death Piles and Taxes. I am Derek Everett, the Death Pile man of the group, although that seems to be changing. Across the desk from me is Adam Beasley, who was the tax man, but all of a sudden decided that he was going to be a Death Pile man as well. How we doing, Adam?
Well, tax season's over, and I got to give myself something to do rather than go crazy and do more taxes.
I mean, you just sit around and fiddle about.
I'm not a fiddler. You might be a fiddler on the roof.
Nothing wrong with that.
I just can't sit still, man. I got to have something to do.
Get you one of them fidget spinners. That'll take care of you.
That was called, like, shop class, you know, nuts and bolts and trying to figure stuff out. That's what a fidget spinner was.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but this is Death Piles and Taxes, the podcast about selling your things on the internet and or doing taxes about that.
And paying less in taxes from doing that.
And or at least paying taxes. I'd like to say less, but let's start with just paying your taxes.
I like to tell everybody, it's a good thing to pay taxes. You know why? You're a contributing member to society.
You're not getting arrested? That sounds like socialist talk from you.
No.
You're always getting on me about this kind of stuff.
It means you make money, man. The only time you pay taxes is when you make money.
That's a good thing.
Profits are good.
Profits are a good thing. So, episode 19, like I said, I've already derailed this probably 3 times in that intro.
That's okay.
What's up? How's the week been going?
Oh, it's water bottle 30.
Water is just not the same as do 30. It doesn't even. This Adam takes a couple of guzzles.
Oh, it did. Been away, man. It's been 23 days since I did the do in.
Quenches the thirst, nonetheless.
No, it is tax time's over. As far as regular tax season, hopefully. If you haven't filed your taxes yet, it probably means you're not going to do it until October 14th because that's when the next deadline is.
Probably means you need to talk to Adam.
Probably means you're a procrastinator and you're waiting until the absolute last minute. But we talked about last week. Get your documents in order, people. That's all the IRS wants.
Also, I seem to still be battling my cold/allergies. A lot better this week than last week, but if you hear me rattling around a cough drop in my mouth or whatever, bear with me. I know last episode I heard a couple clicks and pops, and I wasn't sure if that was you and your pen or me and my cough drop.
That's you.
Or you and your bottle cap, since you're not a do man anymore.
Well, I guess let's get into our hot tip for the first 5 minutes.
Okay, I got something though. I got to come out of the gate. I got to shoot it straight out of the gate.
With that, your hot tip?
Well, that's for episode. Well, I won't even go into what we got coming up down the line.
What do we got?
So I'm talking to my dad the other day, right?
Yeah, Denny.
And he said, "You know what happened the other night?" Well, what's that?
That could be a lot of things.
He said, "I couldn't sleep. I had me some insomnia going, so I decided I'd throw on your podcast and see if I could catch a few Z's." And I said, "Well, how'd that work for you?" And he said, "Didn't. I stayed up listening to the whole thing, and it didn't put me to sleep at all." And I thought, well, that's good, I guess, for one. You know, maybe we can help people out there with some insomnia. If you're asleep, well, play it. I don't, if it helps you, it helps you. And two, he said he's getting almost to the point, he's almost there to where he's going to start selling some stuff or trying some stuff out. And I said, I'm here to help you. I'll teach you whatever. No problem there. That's what I'm doing here. He said, well, you might have to show me a few things more than once. I said, I'm happy to do that. And that's my thing to everybody. I'll teach you for free. And if you're my father, of course, I'll show you as many times as I need to. But it's one of those things, the older generation seems to be a little more intimidated by it, but it's really easy, and kind of like I was telling him, maybe it's not even eBay. If you're cleaning out the garage, you're cleaning out the shed and stuff. Facebook,
Marketplace.
There's all sorts of places to sell your bigger, heavier items. So
it's making larger coin.
So I thought that was kind of funny. We're curing insomnia, one person at a time.
Well, it's funny you say that. I got talking with my mom. We sometimes we'll maybe say she's the one reviewing a lot more reviews, and you know what?
Bless her heart.
She didn't even know we were doing a podcast.
She didn't even know, huh? Oh, that's nice. What's a podcast, right?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Because I had our question. I remember I had to find out when I moved out. We talked about this a little bit on a bonus episode that I haven't quite released yet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a hot tip right there in
Yeah,
itself.
we talked about that, but I couldn't quite remember dates, and she was able to fill those dates in for me.
The old Parumpy hot tip.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, so you got so I do got something, but it's gonna be a lot longer than a 5-minute segment.
All right, well, let's give them a quick hot tip.
It's a hot tip,
All right.
but it's gonna be a long hot tip.
Well, can we give them anything to entice them to get the whole thing?
Well, why buy the cow if the milk's free is what the kids say, right?
All right. Just give me the whole story.
So if you're sitting down right now, this would be a good time to be sitting down. We talked about negative feedback last week, right?
Yes.
So sure enough, what happens to me, was it 1 or 2 days ago?
It's because your phone listens to our
I
conversations.
got a negative feedback.
Which, good thing, you know how my wife had her negative feedback?
Yeah.
Which she got it taken care of.
I got it taken care of too, and we'll get it. That was my hot tip. I was going to do my whole process.
Well, long story long, huh?
It's going to be a long story long, but you're
All
listening
right.
to an eBay podcast. You probably, especially if you're a new seller, like I got my negative feedback, and I had 99.8% positive feedback.
So what did
And
you
then I
do?
sold 2 more things right after that for like $40 each. So it doesn't really hurt when you get to a certain point. But if you're new and you get it, man, that's going to take you down to the low 80s.
Yeah, my wife is like 87. She'd sold quite a few things, but it threw her down. So
Yeah, it's going to throw you down, and it could. I mean, at that point, it can really threaten your, your eBay if you get
business,
suspended,
yeah.
stuff like that. So it could hurt your business.
So I'm assuming that this person probably knew everything about you, found out that your real name is Mr. Scumbag, and you're a real jerkbag, and you did something wrong, right?
Well, here's the thing. So I sell this beanie, right? I'm not going to get into details about it because it really doesn't matter. But it's a nice
beanie baby.
higher end beanie for your head.
Oh, okay.
It was sealed, brand new in plastic.
Oh.
So I sold it to them 16 days ago or something. They get it.
Okay.
The other day on the blue, negative feedback. I look maybe once or twice a week or something. Not really avid.
For what? It was in the bag.
It said, item not as described. So, okay. Some people don't even want to fuss with it, but
All right.
you know me, I like to have that 100% score.
Sure.
Because I like people to look at it and say, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I've been around the block a few times, so I contacted the buyer kind of like we talked about. And I said, hey man, you've had this for 16 days. I noticed that you left me a negative feedback.
What's up?
It says, I'm not as described. Did you get the right item? What's wrong? What's up?
Yeah.
Kind of like, get the wrong item. If not, what did you get? How can I fix it? What's up? Don't hear nothing back. So this morning, I'm like, oh man, I have to keep bugging this guy a little bit.
Yeah, you got to find out what's going on.
So I send him back another message. I said, hey man, sorry to bug you, but again, got this negative feedback. Just wondering what I can do to get you to reconsider, maybe revise it. What can I do to solve your issues? Because I can see that you got an issue here. What can I do to fix that? Don't hear nothing. So I'm
Okay.
like, all right, this guy's maybe just not going to play ball, which can happen, and then you're just stuck with it. Possible.
Sure.
So, again, I'm just like, okay, last chance. I'm like, hey, man, not really trying to bug you, but I really do want to make this better for you if I can. I don't know what happened. I don't hear nothing from you for 16 days. What can I do to fix this feedback and solve your concern? Because you have to write it because somebody at eBay someday is going to read these messages potentially. So you got to kind of butter the biscuit a bit. And, I don't want somebody upset if you don't want the item. I have a 60 or 30-day return policy on most of my things. Free returns, I'll pay to ship it back.
Sure.
And give you your money back, especially if it's my fault. So, finally, the person responds to me and just says, it wasn't what I thought it would be. Okay.
It's a beanie.
That's exactly his picture.
It's a beanie.
And, then I'm like, okay, well, not what you thought would be. Like, what can I do?
He was expecting a beanie baby.
What can I do to fix this issue then? Send me a refund. All he says, send me a refund. So, okay, I know how eBay works now. Now I have to say, and you shouldn't be doing this probably, but for Derek, and if you're listening to this podcast, this is how you can get your feedback removed. So I say to him, so if I send you a refund, will you revise and change the feedback? Yes. If you send me a refund, I will give, I will give you your feedback away or take it away.
It's like feedback hostage, right?
Extortion.
Extortion. That's what it is.
And then here comes round 2. So I'm like, okay, this is easy enough. So I drive a bit in the day. I have lunch breaks and stuff. This is going to be easy for a guy like me. I've had this handled many times. There's 2 eBay call centers when you call in. You either get the one that's in America, up the road here.
Okay.
Or you get the one that's in the Philippines, not up the road here.
Uh-oh.
Now, this isn't going to be, I bless these people, right? But I usually get the Philippines, and it's not a language barrier. They understand what I'm saying. They understand the concern. They can say, thank you, Mr. Derek, a lot. Okay?
Okay.
So I get somebody over in the Philippines. And I'm like, okay, well, this is pretty easy. So I explained that whole situation to him. I said, so what we have here is with eBay policy, it's a feedback extortion. They can send it back. I got my policy. If they want a refund, happy to do it. What they're asking me to do is pay them back their money. They keep the item, and they'll remove the feedback. That's extortion.
Yeah.
Can you please hold Mr. Derek for 2 to 3 minutes? Okay, yeah, I can do it. Da-da-da-da-da. You know, come back up. No, we can't do it. I said, don't tell me you can't do it. I know you can do it because I've had this done before. And the problem is either they don't feel empowered or they don't understand the policies or the language. There's enough barrier that they can't read into what's being implied, right? There's some of this you have to be able to tell what the person's kind of saying. They're saying, give me back money and I'm going to take away your feedback.
Yeah.
And, well, how do you know this is what they want? I'm like, just read the messages. So they read them. No, I can't do nothing for you. So I'm kind of getting upset. But I'm like, whatever. Just hang up, go to the next rep.
Yeah.
So I hang up, call back in. Some girl in the Philippines again. And I'm like, same situation, same thing. They don't take notes a lot of the time, which is beneficial for a guy like me. And so she's kind of like getting fired up, like, no, you need to let him return the item. I said, he doesn't want to return the item. Well, how do you know? Because he didn't say he wants to return the item. Well, how do you know? Because he said that he wants a refund. But I said, well, how do you know he doesn't want to return it? I said, because he's had it for 16 days. He doesn't say nothing. And when I contact him, he says, give me back.
Give me my money.
Well, not even more money. Just give me a refund,
yeah.
And I'll take it away.
Yeah.
And so, long story longer, kind of get into an argument. And I said, it's the same reason I know that he doesn't want me to walk to his house and get it. He didn't say that. That's the same reason he's not going to come drop it off at my doorstep. He didn't say that. What he said is if I pay him money, he's going to give me the feedback removed. So long story short, I kind of get huffy, and then I think, calm yourself down, man. Like, no sense to yell at this person. They're doing their job. They're trying to do the best they can. They're not empowered enough to help you.
No.
That's an eBay problem. So I hang up, and I'm like, okay.
Come on, God bless the USA.
Hang up, and I'm like, first off, I go to the meetings up there. I need to get just the direct number.
Yes.
And they were going to, with an eBay open 2 or 3 years ago, give you a concierge or whatever that word is, and you'd get an automatic person that would take care of you. In America, I don't know what happened to that.
You're going right down the alley of, I won't derail you, but welcome to my life.
So, yeah, it's like dealing with FBI, FBU, I don't know,
IRS. The IRS.
That's some acronym.
Yes.
And so, the FBA's Amazon, and FBI's who's going to come and arrest us if we don't do our taxes. So, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the bait a little bit. I shouldn't do this. But I send back the person a message, and I say, okay, let me make sure I get this straight from you. You're going to keep the item. I am going to pay you the money, and then you will remove the feedback, correct? Send, which I'm totally baiting them. This is probably because eBay policy on my end. And then I said, where do you want me to send the money?
Ooh.
Question mark.
Ooh.
Which they just barely responded. I've already took care of the thing. So then I call one more time, last chance, and then I'm just going to let it cool for a little bit. Sometimes you just need to, like, relax.
Back away from
Back
it.
away, and you
Back
got some
away
time
from
to
the
remove
message.
feedback. And
Yeah,
they want you to send a
away from the
revision
message.
form to these people that are already mad at you and
You don't need that
jumping
revision
through
form.
hoops and stuff. So, which has worked for me in the past, but when it's something like this, it's just, you know how the people are. Like, you understand how American people think and are acting. So I hear the stars and stripes and the eagles flying, and I get some lady, I can't remember her name,
Probably Joy.
and she's obviously an American. I said, oh, thank goodness. Let me explain what happened. So I explained the whole thing to her, and she's like, that's weird. I said, yeah. The problem is they want to keep their jobs. I understand it. They're doing the best they can. They're making good money over in the Philippines for this job at eBay, whereas the people up at, the call center here, they're probably making good money, but not life-changing, whatever. And they have more freedom. Like, they'll read it in context, and they feel more empowered to help you out. I don't know what it is. eBay needs to work on getting this more consistent across the board. So she's like, oh yeah, I totally see what you're saying. Oh yeah. And I said, The only reason those last 2 messages are there is because the previous people wouldn't remove the feedback without that information, and I don't feel it's right to be trolling this person, but I want to get this removed. Oh yeah, I'll remove it. And then it's gone.
That's it?
And I said, thank you very much. And now it's gone. So, if you want to get your feedback removed, and you aren't in the wrong, you might be in the wrong. I had somebody that the first year I was on eBay left me some feedback in French. No clue what it said. No clue what happened. It was there for a year. It happens. I understand that.
Because that was long before there was like that translation button. I get it all the time with my wheelchair company. I've been getting messages from all over the world. And like, hey, it comes over in a different language, but I could hit C translation. You saying they didn't have that back when it was the DOS printer you used to print out your labels?
That's about right. There was probably somewhere, but I didn't click and paste or nothing. So it was something in French, and you can always write like a rebuttal underneath.
Did you say paste or pastries or pasties?
I said click and paste.
Oh, click and paste.
I don't know what you're doing this weekend. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah,
if you got pastries and pasties on your mind.
We're talking about maybe going to, what's his name, the bakery in Hoboken one day when we go to back east.
Oh, you're back on your Food Network stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Don't you watch that Food Network? No, not Duff. Buddy.
If you go back to episode last week, I don't watch the Food Network.
Episode last week.
Push rewind on that.
That's great.
I should watch the Food Network, but then I just gain weight watching TV, and you get hungry just watching TV. So
yes.
So anyway, if you got feedback, if you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. You can write a little rebuttal to it, which worst case, you write a little rebuttal saying your case. But I would tell you, every time, try to contact your buyer and say what's wrong.
Yeah, do it all in writing.
Yeah, well, do it through eBay messages because they will review all this.
Yeah.
Be professional, say what's wrong, address the problem. If the person said, hey, I want to return it, I don't like it, I said, cool. But then I'd say, if that happens, you're going to remove the feedback, correct? Like, not threatening, not whatever.
Yeah, correct.
But then if they don't do it, you can go back to eBay and say they didn't do it, I did my part.
Yeah.
So you're professional, you write your messages, you make sure you're holding them accountable as well, and then you follow through. So there you go.
I think I've got a question for you.
Well, I want to hear how your wife's feedback got removed, actually.
Okay, well, I'll give you the answer to that.
Okay.
Same question.
Same question. Okay.
Well, your suggestion last week, I went back and told her how. So my wife sold a pair of jeans, and the girl sent a message back with a picture saying, hey, these jeans zipper is broken. And my wife looked at the picture and like, these are not even the same jeans. Like different tag, different zipper. So my wife, she said it, but she could have did it the way you worded it, saying, hey, I just want to make sure and clarify, these are not the jeans that I sold. I'm not sure if you bought several and just got it mixed up with the pair that I sent you. Because then it puts the implications.
Sure.
Implications. It means that you're saying that person, like, you're saying, yes, I know that it's wrong, but you're giving them the opportunity to say, oh, yeah, you're probably right, not absolutely don't call me a liar, because that's what the girl thought it was.
Ball in their court, and you're not picking a fight. It seems like a lot of times people are like, oh, we're ready to go to war. If you come at them and like, no, that's cool, okay, what's up? And they're caught off guard almost.
So that's it, and it was funny, because then the next time, the girl sent back the pictures, and my wife's like, that's the stock picture that I took, because I can see the floor, because that's where I took the pictures from my house. So anyway, she had that on there. She was able to call up somebody at eBay and just say, hey, this is what it is. They looked at it and they reviewed, like, oh yeah, that's obviously not the right picture. She took it off, and it was gone. Yeah,
that's the thing. You got to present a case. You got to be professional. A lot of times you don't want to buy or get the seller... or the buyer, excuse me, or the seller, obviously. But you don't want to get them outraged. You don't want to get them upset. eBay's going to side with them a lot because that's, money. That's happy seller, customer's always right.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, so eBay, they're going to take the customer's side a lot of the times. But if you present your case, you go in there professionally, and you have your ducks in a row, they got policies, and you got to follow their procedures. But like you're saying, if you got an obvious picture that the people are just swapping or whatever... Don't get in a fight and say you're a liar, you're trying to scam me, whatever. Just say, okay, send me the information. Then you go to eBay and let them handle it. Then they can call up eBay and be as mad as they want or whatever. You don't have to deal with it. Somebody in the Philippines does.
eBay's the hall monitor.
Yeah, or the hall monitor.
They're the person, they're the meter maid, the parking ticket people. And basically they're saying, hey, here's what I gave you, and they're like, no, this is not, like, dude, it's right here.
It's the little kids going, Mom, they sent me the wrong thing and charged me money.
It's all there. So it's funny what people do. Like, so that brings up my other thing. I'm always reading these Facebook groups and trying to learn. There's been a lot. Again, I think there's a lot of negatives that come up because that's people's. I mean, when things are going well, they're like, "Oh, okay, well, things are going great." They don't feel like they need to learn anything.
Man, when you're out farting through silk, man, things going good, man. Everything's happy.
Yes.
But when things go bad, sure.
So you get a lot of the negatives of the questions, but there's been a lot of questions regarding mail carriers and their smoking policies.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. Now, next month,
yes,
at our eBay event, right?
Yep, there's a big deal.
There's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have the mail carriers come in. I don't know the answer to that, but I think we should go. We should ask the question and see what happens.
Well, I know that you're pretty familiar with a lot of things in the world. You're a very intelligent man, a lot of street smarts.
Try to be.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a personal question. You can say yay or nay.
Can I plead the fifth?
I'm going to put you right on the spot.
See how personal this gets.
So, with your experience, does vape smoke smell or just cigarette smoke? I know you're an expert in this area.
My experience, smell or slinger? Because I was at a parade.
Slinger?
Linger.
Slinger.
I was at a parade probably 3 to 4 years ago, maybe more. And we're sitting on some camp chairs by these people that were vaping, and they were in front of us. And so their smell would come back, and it was a pleasant
aroma
of grape, or it smells like candy or whatever. But it also had this really weird kind of aftertaste or whatever that just kind of
schlingered.
Just kind of kind of not like cigarette smoke.
It's just different.
But it was just different. But it was something that like kind of got caught in your mouth or whatever. Like, oh man, that is kind of nasty. But my experience, I know some guys at work that vape and whatever too, is that cigarette smoke, obviously, you walk in. So my Uncle David, shout out to Uncle David, the Salt Creek Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
They had their going out party, right? Last Saturday was the last night they sold off the bar. My Uncle David is in the house band, apparently. Shout out to Straight Shot Band.
With Uncle Skip.
With Skip and Riley.
There you go.
And so he invited us to go up to the bar and watch them do their last show at the bar. And apparently they'd been in the house band for 40 years or something, but they didn't know about it till like last week that they were actually the house band. It was one of those things. So, I don't go to bars a whole lot. I don't really venture out much past my curfew. Occasionally, I'll be some places or go to some concerts or whatever. So me and my wife say that'll be fun. So we go up to the bar, and
thanks for the invite.
Hey, I thought I was a good friend for not indulging you. You got kids and things. It was a late Saturday night, and I didn't think about it.
We were just talking about our rendezvous at the Madison, seeing Tracy Lawrence.
So anyway, so we go in there, and there's people smoking and what have you, having a good time. And the band played for a little bit. We left a little early. Anyway, my parents came. First time I ever seen my mom in a bar. It was funny. So it was a good time. But when I got home, I noticed how bad my clothes, they smelled.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh man, I had to shower, take off the clothes, get them laundered. My experience with people, like at work or whatever, I'll be outside talking if they're vaping and stuff. You can smell the vape, but it doesn't really stain your clothes or get the odor doesn't seem to get on you.
Yeah.
In my experience, that's how it's been. So I'm not a full-fledged expert, but in my opinion, cigarette smoke stays on clothes. Vaping doesn't.
Yeah. So that's the issue is there's some sellers that get some negative feedback because these clothes smell like smoke. And they're like, dude, I don't smoke. I come from a smoke-free home. The problem they're saying is they get to these carriers, and when the carriers are in there smoking, even though I'm not sure if it's written, I'm assuming it's got to be written that there is a no smoking policy inside the truck. But how do they enforce that? And a lot of people are saying that's where they believe the issue is coming from.
So we'll talk to the post office about that. That's a good question. Here's two thoughts.
All right.
So first off, you need to be wrapping that a lot better. Maybe
Yes.
even double wrapping it and making sure it's tight, because smoke shouldn't be able to be getting through and getting into your clothes, or that kind of stuff can happen. Even if you're putting it in like a grocery store bag or a plastic, just a bag that you put your clothes in and then put it into your poly mailer. I put that poly mailer tight, especially if you know this is happening a lot in your area, because your post people might be doing who knows what, smoking in the car. And then I would tape it shut. You get your free eBay tape and stuff. Take those ends and make it so it's kind of sealed, pretty well.
So there you go. There's some good feedback for those people who's having the issues with their mail carrier, the chimney pipe.
The other thing is, I would kind of say, obviously you can write to the people and say, hey, I don't know what's up. I wash my stuff when I get it.
Yeah.
We don't smoke free, whatever. Or, I don't know, you are getting it from a thrift shop. Maybe it does smell like smoke and you're not smelling it. They're washing it before you sell it out.
True.
I would go to the post office and say, hey, so I sell stuff on eBay. As you know, every post office knows what you do.
Yeah.
Now, this works a lot better with a small town than a big town, because volume and people that know you. And I'd say, I'm getting this complaint from people. They're saying their stuff's getting there smelling like cigarette smoke. I don't know if you guys smoke or not, but what's up? Is this happening? Is this something that might be happening here? And that way you're kind of on the radar of, okay, we know that Gary smokes, and he's probably smoking in the car. And now we go to Gary and say, hey, man, you can't be doing this. We're getting complaints from customers. If you're outside walking, whatever your policy is on your brakes, but don't be doing it in your truck no more, because people are getting upset.
Maybe you just bring Gary a pack of Nicorette gum.
Or you go to Gary and say, man, I forgot to give you something at Christmas. I know you're working hard. Hey, some people are complaining about smoking. You have to make the sandwich, right? You put the bad thing in the middle. So I know you're working hard. I appreciate it. I know you're smoking. You shouldn't be, I got people complaining. I don't really care personally, but it's really hurting my business. Hey, and here's $20 to Starbucks or whatever. Hey, if you could watch that, I appreciate it. But here's grease the palm a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a Red Robin card. Whatever's kind of in your area.
Strap Tank Brewery.
Hey, here's a pack of Marlboros. Just don't smoke them in my car, in your car when you deliver my stuff.
Here's some Joe Camel points.
Get some chew. I don't know, but that way you're putting when you make the sandwich, you want to put some good news in the front, the bad news in the middle, and send some more good news on the end, right? So.
Wow. Well, there's your feedback. Your 30 minutes of how to create good feedback. Take care
more
of
than
those.
just a hot tip, man. This is a good thing.
This is good stuff.
If you're selling on the internet, feedback's important, especially at first. I mean, you get to a point where it's kind of, well, whatever. I mean, I could take a few negatives. Obviously, I don't want them. Things still sell. My percentage is still high. But if you're brand new, that could really upset you. I was talking to Waddy the other day. It always comes up. But they sent some of their stuff was, I think we talked about it. The people were saying, hey, we didn't get this item or whatever. And he told his wife, if I get a negative review, I'm closing this account. We're starting all over again. I'm not going to have this negative review on my account.
Giving
right?
it up.
So it is important. It's something that if somebody's looking at two things from you and from somebody else, it's the same price. What's the next thing they're going to go look at? They're going to see, what your feedback is, what people are saying about you. If it's the same price and you're especially if you're newer, for people to take a risk on you. I mean, I got a couple thousand positive feedbacks, which people don't always leave it. I mean, I've probably sold who knows how many things, so almost 3,000 positive feedbacks. And if you're new, I mean, it takes a little while to accrue that. Another thing, if you're new and you're getting a buyer that's not going to help you out, or you can't get the negative feedback removed, I would go buy a bunch of stuff on eBay, little small things, and build up, because you can get positive feedbacks from those people that you bought it from. So that will build up your percentage. It's just a quick tip to kind of boost feedback. So if your percentage is down, or if you're getting some negative reviews, or obviously look at your process and change whatever's wrong if something's going wrong. But also go out and buy some things, and you can boost up that percentage a little more, because when you buy stuff, especially from people like me or whatever, you can get automatic feedback. This guy that gave me negative feedback, he got positive feedback from me. I'm not going to go back and take that away or nothing. So
yeah,
that's just I guess some hot tips there, some feedback 101, if you will.
Hey, we like feedback. We've been getting some on the show. The funny thing is, our show's turning more into. We got some more nuts and bolts in selling.
Yeah.
We love the stories. I mean, that's what differentiates us from other places. Is we're really trying to make this personable. But we're here because we're doing this, and by we I mean both of us are now.
Oh yeah, we're still having a good time, but yeah, we'll cover. I mean, we got stories, but we don't have stories every week, right?
No.
And we'll talk about our stores. There's always stuff selling and going. So
Yes, sir. Just checking out my store right. Well, my wife's been doing. I've slacked. Let's be honest here. I've got
nothing new there.
Hey, I've been carrying this show for 3 months now.
No, my back hurts.
I told my wife, I'm like, I've got to get back into this because I've did my stuff on my personal. She set up our page, the Double Kama Lama,
Okay.
and she's been doing all of her. I want to get my own because I have my own unique shirts and things. Not unique, but shirts. And she's kind of getting into this like middle range women's clothing, and not like it matters, but I want to see how much more I can do than she can do.
So you want her to be like, yeah, nice try. Here's what I made this month.
Exactly.
And you're like, well, I'm doing pretty good. And then this and that. And you go, well, I'm doing good for me.
We've got our own.
Tax season's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, one thing like so
you
we
need your own money for this for our Wendover trips and whatnot.
That's right. Las Vegas eBay Open, trying to get the. Can we get scalp tickets?
There's probably somebody willing to do it, but I think I'm going to be there 2020. I've given up on that one. That's my bad. Yeah. I slacked on that one. So
I think we could roll the dice.
You could definitely roll the dice, man. But that's a busy weekend now. We got things going.
It's a week. It's really weekdays.
Well, there you go.
So, man, we've already blown through this first 30 minutes.
Well, I feel good about it.
That's good.
I haven't even addressed half my topics.
Well, let's get in and let's power right through it. Let's push through it.
Man, maybe I'll find me a little straight shot. Maybe I'll put a little straight shot at the break.
Straight shot at the break.
Davey and Skip, the band up at the tribute to Salt Creek Bar. I don't know if I got any or not, but I'll try to find some.
Well, there you go. So let's take a break and let's come right back.
You think you know me?
Thanks for listening to DeathPiles and Taxes. This is Adam, the Taxman. If you're listening to this podcast, hopefully that means you're selling on eBay. There's lots of things that you should know, and that's what we're here to help you. At Adam Up Accounting, we'll give you all the insights of what you should be keeping track of, the things you can write off, and how you can help improve the tax business so that you can pay as little as possible, but enjoy spending those profits on things that make you happy. Check us out on our website, Adam Up Accounting. Bottom right-hand corner, you can chat with us right there. Thanks.
Well, they call me the fireman. That's my name. Making my rounds all over town, putting out old flames. Well, everybody like to have what I got. I can cool them down when they're smoldering hot.
Oh, yeah. So we're back, my friend.
I'm glad that you still call me friend.
Yeah, we're still friends. That's how this started. This is probably how it will end. At least I'll have one friend in the world, right?
We were talking about, we're only Thursday night friends now.
Here's the funny thing. So during the day job, I was making a delivery up to our other place up in Sandy. I was talking to the guy this morning. I see him every day, right? He's telling me how he has this plot of land up in Idaho, and he goes there once a year with his high school friends. They've all bought in, like 6 or 7 of them. They have a, what do you call it? It's like a social club or something. They made it for tax purposes so that whatever, nobody owns, what, you know this,
yeah,
it's better than me. And so, anyways, I said, well, that's kind of cool. Like, you're still hanging out with people that you went to high school with. That doesn't happen all that often. He goes, well, they're my only friends. I see them once a year, besides people at work. And I thought, that's kind of true. Like, if you have more than 5 friends, if you can put all your friends on a finger, you're doing pretty good in life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so.
It's good.
I had a friend, and I talk to him every day, but now I do a podcast with him, so we talk every Thursday.
Yeah.
Face to face.
We record it.
But yeah, we're like, don't talk during the week because then we can't do a podcast.
Yeah.
We have to act like this is brand new.
Well, it is brand new. That's the best part. I never know what's coming out of your mouth.
So I have to bring up our M&Ms, right?
All right, we were just checking out the store. Tell me about the M&Ms.
The contest is over.
Okay.
So the limited editions, we've been talking about this for a few weeks.
Yes.
Contest is over, but they're not going to announce the winner until August.
Wow.
So we don't know who won. So here's the problem.
I went to my gas station that I usually buy them at. They don't have them anymore.
Well, yeah, they're disappearing. However, you want to get the losers because the winner's going to be on the shelf in August. So you want the winner right now to be selling, but there wasn't a distinct winner. Everyone I talked to says it was either coconut or it was the jalapeno.
So you're saying toffee's not the winner?
Toffee, not the winner.
I'm telling you, the mixed toffee with the jalapeno, that's the winner.
That's where it's at. So you're gonna, if you have them, hurry up and list them. You want to get them up for sale and put them at a high price. And they're not going to go for a while. The toffee one's probably not either because people have stocked up on the ones they like.
Yeah.
Last time with the chili nut, I did the same thing. I thought, oh man, I bought way too many of these chili nuts. They're not going anywhere. I got them priced too high. Then all of a sudden, they start selling like crazy. They're like $10 for a small bag. And people buying like 4 or 5 bags at a time.
That's insane.
What happens is eventually they're going to run out of their supply. It didn't win. They're not coming back. And they're just going to start buying. And if you price it high and you're patient, you'll get your price. So, I mean, you're not going to get like $700 a bag, but you can get like 10, 12, 6, whatever you feel is fair.
You're selling a dime bag.
A dime bag, Daryl. You're going to get, you can get $10 a bag. So, or if you have the bigger bags.
Dime bag.
If you get the bigger bags, I don't remember what ounces are, but like the big Ziploc bag, I'd be $30 to $40. I really would. So, if you still have them, can find them. You got to be patient with this kind of a thing, but they will go.
And don't leave them in your car.
If you find out which one, don't leave them in your car. If you do find out which one did win, though, you're going to want to hurry and probably not price that one as high and just move them because
there's going to be out there.
They're going to be out there, or just eat them. I don't know. But.
Yeah, take them to the movies with Hooper and Waddy. Watch Waddy cringe every time Hooper just throws one down.
He's throwing to the guy, heckling him. Come kick me out. This is a jalapeno, and Waddy's like, that's $0.25 a piece, man. That'd be worth almost going to, right?
That would be worth going to.
So
what you got on your list today, my friend?
Well, here's what I've been doing, right? So I told you the other day. I'm like, man, you won't believe what I've been up to.
I know. I wanted to hear about it.
So, have you ever heard of Nestea?
Nest Tea?
Like Nestea, like the company?
Nasty?
That's might be the problem. Nest, like Nestle tea, Nestea?
No, never heard of it.
Well, they're discontinued.
Okay.
So I got a hot tip of Nestea. If you can find it, go ahead and put it on your eBay search right now. There's a unsweetened one. It's like a green jar lid, and it's going for about $50 to $80 for a jar. And there's the sweetened tea, which isn't going for as much. No, just all one word, Nestea. So, yeah, there you go. Well, why isn't that coming up? There you go.
Spelling's not my thing.
Oh, come on now. Now, this isn't working good on the podcast because people can't see, but drop it down right there to the unsweetened right there.
Oh, I see it.
So, maybe it's all sold out. As Adam's putting this in, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this is a discontinued product, and what happened? Because I know I got some for sale. I've been going around.
I'm in the wrong place. I'm in my store.
Oh, you're in your store. You don't got anything in your store.
I don't have
filter that out.
I don't have my store yet.
Go back to the main eBay. eBay.com it. And then put in, there you go. I'm sure people are loving hearing you do this, searching it. I just want your reaction.
All right, Nestea. Oh my, Hannah! I've seen. Now I know what you're talking about.
So you've seen that before, right?
Man.
So these people have it priced actually pretty low. They're probably trying to get rid of it. But if you can get the green lid Nestea,
wow,
it's going for upwards of
anywhere from $20 to $70 a
unit, and it's not being made. So it's discontinued. It's not coming back. There's another one. If you put in the I think it's sweet lemon tea, you might find mine. Wow. It's a bigger jar, and they're $2 to $4 at your grocery store. You can try to go to Walmart, so they're pretty cleared out. You want to go to the grocery stores on the shady part of town that don't get visited a whole lot, get a lot of love.
Wow, I see that.
And see, there you see there. I mean, it's $20. I got mine up for, I think, 40 to 20, depending on what it is. Because these ones are going to sell. It's kind of like the M&Ms.
How do you find this stuff?
I'm plugged in, man.
Plugged in.
This is one of your Bolos.
This is a big-time Bolo.
So when things get discontinued, people are pretty brand loyal. I mean, it's summer. They're liking their sweet teas. They're liking their iced tea. And it's disappearing, so they have to go online and find it, obviously, right?
Wow.
So that means if you can go find this at the store for anywhere from $4 to $2, whatever it is for a case, a jar, and turn around and flip it on eBay. So I was going around to, every grocery store from here to probably about 40 miles away, and just see what I could find. Clearing the shelves as I go, whistling my songs.
Listening to your podcast.
Listen to my podcast, tax deductible.
It is, all tax deductible trips. So I went to the bins. Did I tell you that I went to the bins?
You told me you did in your suit coat and stuff.
I did go to the bins. I didn't quite, I didn't have the opportunity to engage in the bins. So last week I took my wife up kids.
You took the kids, that's brave, man.
Well, she didn't want to do it because we went to this huge MPS store.
Yes, sir.
And what
That's my
MPS
favorite
store is, it's essentially a ginormous that goes on for 8,000 miles
Better pack your lunch,
of
buddy.
a warehouse that has all kinds of stuff.
Oh, it's random treasure hunting.
It is complete total randomness. Like boxes that you don't even know what, you have to basically open them to find out what it is.
I've made some good hauls at the MPS store.
Trampoline pad, tumbling blocks.
I don't know if everywhere's got this. They actually have an eBay store as well where they sell stuff from the MPS store, but it's one of my favorite stores. I've talked about it for weeks now.
Yeah.
If you live in this area, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not going there just to buy stuff for yourself.
I went and bought 2 ginormous cabinets for my garage.
Yeah. And you probably got them at a great deal.
Awesome deal.
Yeah.
Here's
something.
So I'm going to ask you something because
Okay.
I went and there was a set of lockers. I was trying to do something different in my garage. Really cool set of red lockers. It was 5x2, so 5 on the top, 2 on the bottom.
It's like a middle school.
Just like a middle school. I remembered, Anyways, I saw it. I'm like, man, that's really cool. And I'm like, I wanted to make sure it was all right, because I'm decorating the garage, getting it all ready. So called my wife. She's like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I better make sure. So that was on Wednesday. We went back on Saturday. They're gone.
Oh, they're gone, man. They're gone.
You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta hit fast.
It was in the half off, and I had the guy because he was helping because it was a large cabinet. This other one, I'm like, hey man, there used to be some red lockers over here. What happened to them? Oh man, we've had those for months and nobody's ever bought them. They went to auction.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, what do you say?
Yeah, the auction. I think that's Mondays.
Yes, Mondays are apparently auction days. So I need some real insights on these auction days.
So my dad's the one that introduced me to the NPS store, and even before you're selling, you can go get like great deals and all sorts of things. So
it was half off green. No, it was green tag week where you got 50% off in the huge.
Yeah, there's always something going. If you're not from here, it's like an outlet grocery store, surplus. It's just like this mega discount store for the most part. Some things are priced a little high. You have to know what you're doing. But so what happens is they have auctions, and sometimes they have blind auctions. So here's my dad's favorite story. I don't know who he got it from. They had a pallet, right? So you're just bidding blind on a pallet that's shrink wrapped in black wrap.
Okay.
And people are just up there.
Mystery grab bags.
Mystery grab bag pallet. And it's covered in wrap, so you can't see what it is. You can't get up there, and people are just bidding. So I think a guy paid. I think it was like $200 to $400. Opens it up. It's a jet engine.
What?
I bought a jet engine for a few $100s or thousands of dollars.
A jet
engine. And I'm guessing he sold it to somebody. Probably made some really good money somehow off that.
We need to go have a field day where we go on the auction day, but then we also go binning at the same time.
So the auctions, and this is for any auction, right? Kind of depends on who's there.
I've never been to an auction.
Oh, you never have?
I've never been to an auction.
So here's the thing with auctions, and there's a few up there. My brother Aaron, who's been on the show, he goes to them for fun sometimes, and there's a list of not just MPS, but people in the area. You're going to have other resellers like us, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the auctions, they'll let you come and look at all the items beforehand, so you can kind of go and make a lap, see what's for sale, and you're going to get kind of an idea of what you might be interested in, what price point you might want it at.
Okay.
So is everybody else, right? There's going to be business people that they have stores and legit just need merchandise, and then there's going to be people that just like to collect things and just buy things. So depending on how much money those people have.
They're DeathPiles, just keep getting
Yeah, they just collectors. So you go there, so you can get, I mean, just like anything, you can get a really good deal, or you can have people bidding you up, and you're going to get to that point where that's what they want, is you to be like, oh, not that guy.
Yep.
Oh, there's old Scott again trying to bid me up on the price. I'm not going to let him have this one. It might be a jet engine in there, like Jet got that one time. Yep, and you go back and forth, and
just bidding up so they
you
can
bid,
bid
and
down.
you open it. It's a pallet of Depends diapers or whatever. Or I mean, they have items obviously like the lockers that you know what they are.
Yeah,
and so. Yeah, I mean that's half the fun in auctions, but that's an awesome, that's an all day event too.
You're saying it's like when you're a kid and you get that mystery bag.
Well, they do some of that. They do some that you can go and see, and you're like, okay, I need 50 bottles of ketchup for my restaurant or whatever, and some other guy with the restaurant.
I mean, they had water filters, like furniture. I mean, unbelievable. Like if you've ever worked on a Navy ship and there's a bolt as big as your face, like they have a wrench that can undo it.
Well, I mean, and there's live auctions everywhere across the country, so I mean, this isn't just here to us. This is just a place where they do them. So if you're gonna do auctions, do your homework. You can get good deals. You need to be able to pay. So at auctions, when it closes, you owe them the money up front. Most of them are cash.
Yeah,
and you better have a way to haul that off because they're not gonna save it for you.
So getting back into everybody's got auctions and things. Had an interesting conversation with some family this last week.
Okay.
Got talking about nostalgic items of their parents. It's only nostalgic most of the time when it's in that situation. That thing or knickknack might look really cool in grandma's and you always remember it, but when you try to move it to your house, like, I don't want this junk.
It just doesn't blend in, huh?
It just doesn't feel as well. Yeah. And it was funny because that's what my aunt brought up. Was like, this is all, like, what are we going to do with this stuff?
Yeah, there's usually, so unfortunately I've had people pass in my life and stuff. I usually want to keep a couple, 1, 2 items.
Yeah, 1 or 2 things.
But yeah, you don't want to fill your whole house with their stuff. I mean, that's not what it's about. I mean, yeah.
I know we get into it and saying, all right, it's not that hard. It really is not that hard to take some items, take some pictures, put it up on the internet. Like, your research is you look at it, you click sold, you hit completed, and you're going to have an idea what it is.
I mean, yeah, you Google. I mean, you can get an idea if something's valuable or not from a quick Google, even if it's not selling for those prices. Then yeah, you
and just like you're saying with when you're talking to Denny is, if you can ship it somewhere reasonable, it makes sense to kind of broaden your horizon. Like be able to say, hey, I could ship this to Japan and somebody would pay for it. But they're not going to pay $200 for an item that just isn't,
yeah, I mean,
shippable.
Or maybe you got, I don't know, Grandpa's power tools or whatever. Obviously, you're not gonna load up the old saws and everything, but you can sell those locally if you don't want them or have need for them. And there's people that are into woodworking and stuff, or Grandma's crocheting collection. I mean, there's somebody for everything.
I think too is if people look at it as a goal in mind, not just I'm selling this because I don't want it. Selling, we're trying to raise $500 to go roll the dice in Vegas again.
Yeah, I mean, without a goal, right? So you gotta have your purpose of why you're doing it. That's a big thing online now. Is what's your why? What's your why for selling on eBay? And for me, it's like, well, that's kind of cheesy and corny, but also, is it to take your kids to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Is it to clear out space in your house? Is it so that you can retire a couple years early? I mean, that is good to have those goals. So when things get tough and you're like, man, this sucks. I want to go watch TV right now. I don't want to be putting up these cards on the internet. But then you're like, oh yeah, but I make $40 off these cards.
Yeah.
So I'm making, $40 in 5 minutes to put these cards up. And that goes towards this, that towards that. Then I get to go with Prumpy out to Wendover. And I get to buy some chicken wings and watch some football in the fall. So
anybody who does this, like who goes and buys, like, it's an itch.
Oh, it's an itch, and it's the easy part, and that's where you can get in trouble. You can buy a lot faster than you can sell a lot of the time.
Absolutely.
And you might not want or have the space to pile up and do stuff, so you got to be kind of careful with what you're doing and limited. There's
a very fine line between collector and hoarder.
Oh, if it's not for sale, it's hoarding, right?
Yeah.
Or if your house isn't big enough. I guess if your house is big enough, you can be the most eclectic man with the nicest collection in town.
Yes.
But I want to touch on bins real fast since you brought them up. Here's my rules to the bins, and I've been To Vegas has a couple. Been up to Portland, been to Seattle, been here.
So the explanation of the bins is what happens is people will donate to their local
It's
Goodwill.
Goodwill. It's also known as Goodwill Outlet.
Yeah, and what it is literally it comes in a truckload, and it's like beep, 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 dropped off the truck into a bin so they can sort it, but they don't sort it, you do.
What happens is it's all the stuff that doesn't sell right. So
Yeah.
this is the last stop before it goes to some third world country for like, here you go, or to a landfill or whatever they're going to do with it. So they have, it's literally like troughs. There's these big long, what are they, probably like 10,
they're huge.
10 foot long and probably
Bigger
about
than that,
3
yeah.
or 4 foot tall. About waist high, I guess.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 feet wide.
And probably about 3 foot tall, something like that. And so they just wheel them out in this big warehouse, and people just go ravish through them, take what you want, and you pay by the pound.
Yeah.
And so they'll have like the book bin, the clothes bin, but when they're bringing out new stuff, people gather around and
Vultures.
they'll ring like a bell or something, and they'll have a space, and you can't touch it until they tell you
cross
you can.
the line.
So people all gather around, and then as soon as that opens up, people just go diving head first into stuff. And with the bins, I always bring gloves
Great tip.
because there's some dirty things, there's some broken things, there's glass things that might be broken. I don't want to get cut up. I don't want to get some weird disease.
You ain't getting that again.
And not with my inoculations, but with the way the vaccinations are going right now, I might need to be revaccinated.
Rubellum.
But so you need to be able to have a good eye and just grab things and put them in your cart and look it up later, right?
That's it. You got to have a good eye.
A good eye and a fast hand. You almost have to box out like you're on a basketball court some days, depending on who's there and what you're after.
We'll have to bring in one of our buddies. He used to be a coach. He could probably give some good information on boxing people out.
So you get there.
Some hot items.
So yeah, you go through, man, and you just shuffle through. You're paying by the pound. And then you put your cart, when you go to check out, they know what your cart weighs, so they zero out that way.
Yeah.
And like you wrap it up on the scale, and they're like, okay, $5.
But it was, I would say, it's not that expensive.
Oh no, it's cheap.
The more you buy,
the more you get, the more weight you have, the cheaper it gets.
I think what I remember, I don't remember the exact price, but I think if you had more than 100 pounds, it was like $1.47 a pound. So you could get 100 pounds of clothing for $150.
Like clothing, I mean, there's shoes, there's pants, there's shirts. I think books are a different price too. CDs, if I remember right, are a different price, so they'll kind of sort that out and weigh it. But the weigh and pay is another name they call it. The bins, it's Goodwill outlets.
We gotta get. I didn't.
You got them in your area, probably.
I didn't get a chance to fully experience it because I really, really felt out of place.
It's tough if you have kids and if you don't come, dressed for that. It's gonna get dirty and it's gonna be a long day because you gotta sort through. I mean, you gotta go digging and looking and
waist deep.
In the Vegas bins, though, I found a lot of good items, and I can't remember everything, but I remember I came out there.
We ought to have our buddy trip to go to the bins in Vegas.
There's 2 bins in Vegas.
You're giving us something to do.
So there's it's interesting.
Load up in the Suburban.
You get your Elvis paraphernalias.
Head on down there with their buddies. Stop by the local Burger King.
Say, fellas, you want to make some money this weekend? I'm going to pay you per the pound.
We're going to Vegas. A lot of our boys are some big boys. Paying per the pound, that could mean a lot of things.
You don't even got to dig through it. You just got to block these people. And some of them, so you get your regulars too, and people are just like, have their cart, they have their section, and they know what they're doing, and if you come near them, they're going to
It's like when you go to your place of worship, you get those same people have the same habits. They sit on the same area.
Spot.
And when somebody new shows up in their spot, they're like, "What the hell are you doing here?"
We're at church.
Mean mugging you. I'm trying to get the hell out of me.
That's why I'm here.
Yes,
but you're in my spot, so I'm gonna kindly ask you to leave.
I don't get that. People are really, they're
people get territorial.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the same.
There's so much
just
stuff.
like I say, me at the thrift store, like, people go down shirt aisles or getting coats. I'm like, and it's nothing. Like, I can see it's like something I wouldn't even pick up. I'm like, that's my shirt. What's he doing? What's he getting? That's my stuff.
I would have passed by the Nest Tee like 8,000 times before. I'm like, I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
The store is full of so much stuff. There's no way you can look it all up.
Well, here's a hot tip for you. There's no way you can look it all up. But if you find out things that have been discontinued, there's a good chance that somebody's going to want that stuff.
Discontinued items.
So look it up. Also, if you're at, what are those stores I'm thinking of? Big Lots?
Yeah, Big Lots, they went out of business.
No, they're still in business.
Well, everyone around us keeps flying down.
Well, that's where a lot of these places end up. A lot of these things end up at Big Lots. Your discontinued items are like Family Dollar stores and stuff.
Yeah.
So when you're in there, if you see something kind of catches your eye, check it, because it might be, something that just didn't do well in the store, but people are still looking for it, or
There you go.
whatever reason, your ST got discontinued. Go out right now and buy up that stuff if you can find it.
What else you got for me? What else is on your list?
Oh man, here I carry the show. What else you got for me? What else you got for me? What else you got for me?
Well, I've got to move it along, man.
Well, are you a fan of Stranger Things?
I've never seen the show.
Oh man!
But hold on.
I'm gonna leave.
Hold on.
Here we go.
I've never seen the show, but I have a client who works directly with the guy who's the main guy.
The guy that's the main guy.
Yeah, I don't
There's a bunch of kids.
Yeah, the kid. So the kid, I guess he had some sort of a problem with his teeth, his smile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this girl that I do taxes for.
You're saying the X-Files.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
You'd like this show actually because it's got that stuff going. Yeah.
So anyway, she does a foundation with him, and it talks about the however the deformity he was born with, something with his smile that didn't quite come in the same. This girl that I do her taxes, I guess her daughter has the same thing. So there you go. Yes, I don't know anything about it. I know the guy with the thing with the smile with the thing. That's what I know.
The thing about the thing with the thing. I can't even do a Bill Cosby impression now. I'll go to prison. Really?
Yeah.
The thing.
Jello. Pop.
So season 3 is coming out of Stranger Things.
All right. Okay, give me
so
the
it's
Stranger
popular.
Things.
I know you don't know any of this, but it's popular.
All right.
Everybody likes it. Not just the kids. It's a thing. It's a to-do. They're filmed, so they're based in the 80s. It's set in the 80s, right?
I still live there. Mentally.
Mentally? The Stranger Things are in the 80s. Which one?
E.T. Phone Home.
So...
and your Bill Cosby reference.
The other thing, yeah. Well, he's relevant until about a year or two ago.
Yeah, about 7.
7, he hasn't been in jail that long. He's got to prison not that long ago.
Oh, I was thinking of O.J. Simpson.
Bill Cosby and O.J. Simpson, same guy, the Prumpy. So that explains a lot. And you're like telling us how you're a numbers football guy. What was Bill Cosby's rushing in stats in the 80s?
He played at Temple.
Did he play at Temple?
Yeah.
He went to Temple.
He played at Temple.
Well...
Played something. I don't know if it's football, but he played something.
I know what he was playing. He's playing. Hey, take a sip of this drink.
Hey.
And we're a family show. We keep it between the lines, especially with this bonus show we got coming up. I'm a little worried about what might happen. That's a tease, and so you're gonna want to listen to it. So
Stranger Things
filmed in the 80s.
Yes.
It's a thing. It's a to-do.
Okay.
They have a tie-in with Coke. Coke is releasing... You remember New Coke?
Yeah.
You remember the flop that was New Coke?
Yes.
So, for a limited time, they have about 500,000 cans or bottles of New Coke that they're releasing with Stranger Things. That I'm going to tell you right now is going to be a huge bolo. If you can get a hold of this, there's going to be some already for sale up there.
Holy Hannah.
If you can get a hold of this...
When he says huge... With a Y?
No, I don't say huge with a Y. I'm not an orange 45er. I say huge like a man.
We're talking, low price, $70 up to $100, and people are watching left and right.
And they're not released yet. So if you look, they're still not released.
Yeah, how did?
So they prepaid for them. So there's going to be some new Coke released affiliated with Stranger Things. There's a few places you can get them. Coke's website, which is probably sold out, which is where a lot of this pre-stuff comes in if you're looking at it. They're going to put limited Stranger Things vending machines around the country in different places. I don't know how to find out if your place is one of those places. So if you can find one of these new Coke cans from the Stranger Things.
And it just says new Coke on it. Like that's...
Well, do you remember what new Coke was?
Help me remember. I remember Pepsi Clear.
So back in the 80s, Pepsi kind of got hot, Coke was the old drink. Pepsi was kind of doing well. So they decided, we're going to do new Coke. We're going to get rid of Coke, and we're going to do new Coke, which basically tasted like Pepsi. and people hated New Coke. So it kind of flopped miserably. It came out really hot, but then it just like, people were revolting. Then they changed the name to Coke 2 and brought back Coke Classic, which is what we have now, right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be online. You can get it before it sells out. Vending machines around the country. I'd Google and look and see where you can find all this, and then I think at the Coke World at Atlanta, you'll be able to get it.
Man, what about the Coke place down in Vegas?
I don't think they're gonna. I was looking. I don't think they're gonna have it.
We better do some research.
We need to do some research, but they're only gonna do about, which sounds like a lot, but they're only gonna do about 500,000 cans. So this show has millions of viewers.
So this is like for a can of Coke.
Well, for this right now, you get a package. So I think you get like special cans,
like
bottles.
4 or
something like that.
Like, okay.
But if you can find a place to get the can, if you have a vending machine, I would just buy out everything you can get in that vending machine and put it on the eBays, make you some money.
Apparently, the Diet Coke Festive Cherry is another good Bolo too.
Oh, is it going well?
Yeah, man, this is like insane.
So yeah, I mean, that's what people say. I don't know what to sell. There's nothing around me. There's nothing to do.
Japanese Avengers Coke, going for about $180.
Well, if you're in Japan, I guess you got a buddy. Why don't you hit up your guy you sold your McDonald's Mac to?
It concerns.
And say, hey, send me over some of this. Let's start a trade.
It concerns me people selling Coke on the internet for $180.
Well, it's not the kind of Coke that you're used to getting.
I don't know what kind of Coke this is, my friend.
Your old booger sugar. This is Coca-Cola.
P-Town.
New Coke.
Another tease.
Even if you have if you go to Granny's garage and she has a case of the original New Coke, ooh.
Granny, she loved Coke.
That's probably who was revolting.
I mean, she
with
always
the New Coke.
When Grandma, we'd always go to Grandma's. Like, we didn't have a lot of. We'd drink some soda and stuff, but anytime you went to Grandma's, you had to get a Coke or a Sprite. Always.
Always. That's just what you had to do. Huh?
Yeah. What else you got for me?
What else you got? What else you got? What else you got?
I'm tired of carrying the show.
Ooh, look at over here. This is going good in Japan that I just Googled in the internet. Ooh, look what popped up on this searches related topic. Tired of doing all this heavy lifting with my list I come in with every week and exhaust.
Bolo.
Will you sit over there and say, what else you got? What else you got? Oh, I've heard of Stranger Things. That kid's got a mouth problem. I know somebody with a mouth problem. I do taxes for him. I do taxes for people with mouth problems at AdamUpAccounting.com.
That's right.
You need to get into Stranger Things first off. You got the Netflix at home, right?
I do.
You got kids.
Yeah.
They like scary, kind of scarier things, but not like
Have we
intense.
Apparently,
Scary.
you've forgotten this conversation. When we get to the special Halloween episode,
you don't like scary things.
I don't like anything scary.
You like the 80s.
I know, but if it's like a weird, anything...
How are we going to talk about growing up in Pahrump in the desert and UFOs
Well,
and
I
stuff?
lived that. That was real.
Well, this is like that.
No, I can't handle the unknown.
You can't handle the upside-down worlds and stuff?
No, that doesn't work for me.
You get your kids and your wife to watch and tell you how it is.
I still have nightmares from never-ending stories.
He's not joking, folks.
Scar is a 7-year-old kid.
Well, you're...
Big
You're
white fluffy thing flying
you're
around.
significantly older than 7 now. Maybe you could dab into it
so
you can find things to sell.
About 30 years
Half
older.
the fun of watching these kind of shows, and so I'll watch like something set in the 80s or 90s and saying, man, where did they buy? They got that on eBay. Somebody sold them that shirt. Somebody sold them that. I'm like, oh, if I could find that thing, I'd sell
That's
that.
true.
And that's who buys it. I've actually had a few prop houses buy some things from me.
Speaking of that, your Netflix subscription, if that's what you're using it for, it's called research material. That's a tax deduction.
And my other tax deduction would be my WWE network that I need to re-up. I've been selling pro wrestling cards like crazy this week.
Cards?
Cards, my graded cards.
You're an animal, man.
I have a friend, I'm not going to say his name, who lives in Peru, Illinois.
Wow.
Did you know there was a Peru, Illinois?
Is his name Droogie Hauser?
No.
Oh. No,
But
I did not know there was Peru,
He has
Illinois.
been buying cards from me left and to the right.
Wow.
As fast as I can list some of these.
See, that's insane.
And then he'll come back and buy more. And then he'll come back and buy every paycheck. I think he's significantly contributing that to me.
He's
happy.
It's his retirement.
And he's happy. And I had a card. So here's the problem. So I'll have things like yesterday I had this the Rock card. You know, Rocky Maivia. We've talked about him before, Dwayne Johnson. And it's been sitting there for a while. I'll just put it up, right?
Maui.
I'll just hurry put it up. It's nothing too special, but I need to get some things going. I'm putting up my Nest Tea anyways. So I put it up. Before I went to bed, it had sold. And I'm like, how long have I been sitting on this money? Like, I got things that will just sell.
That's crazy, man.
And so that's kind of what's been going on this week. I've had a lot of that going. A lot of my PSA, as I call it, graded cards that, if you don't know, I guess go back in the archives. I explain that whole process and everything. But if you have a 10 graded card or what have you, it makes it worth more money. And
you're just full of the bolos, so.
I'm a Bolo man. I'd suggest, now I'm on the Twitter machine at DRoy Everett. I don't really tweet a whole lot, and then when I do, it's usually because I'm mad at corporations or about playoff games. I'm going to try to do better about that. But I would also, I'm on the Instagram, but I don't really use it. But if you're looking for people and things and stuff like this, it's not bad to use these resources of social media and things to find out what people are selling, what's going, get some trends, and find some things.
I'm going to get on the tweet machine.
Because there's people that are, that do this full time. They're sharing their information just like us. But this is like, hey, this is what I found today. This is what's going. I mean, you say, how do you find this? You do the research, right? You find the people, you follow them, you build relationships.
You grind it. It's just like your regular job, but you can enjoy it.
I mean, it's part of my So after my regular job, this whole week I've been going out to grocery stores, and not your standard grocery stores. I'm going to the ones that are in the south sides or in the, like, oh man, I can't believe this place is still over in East Abington. I'm over in East Abington going to the store saying, well, I hope I get in and I'm getting in, getting out. Another thing, so I'll give out some more. I'll give a lot of information. There's a McCormick meat marinade. Have you heard of McCormick?
Used it several times.
So I think it's just called meat marinade. They're not making it anymore. Put that one in there.
McCormick
meat marinade. And this is another Bolo for you. I haven't been able to find any of these, but this is going to be in some of those East Abington type grocery stores where you don't look people in the eye and you get in and get out. So I'm finding how these grocery stores are laid out and trying to just do it really fast. That's not how you spell it.
Yeah, I know. Let's not wait for our listeners to know how I spell.
Well, it's more the meat grinder that came up, and I'm wondering what you're into on the weekends. And I'm like, recent search history delete. You're going to try to do a clean, family-friendly show here about Adam typing in meat in his Google search and seeing what else pops up of recent visits. And
hey, I found it. There was 2 C's. It was the 2 C's that threw me off.
So you go McCormick, then go meat marinade.
See, how do you even get onto this stuff?
I just told you how I get onto this stuff. I'm giving away all my secrets to you people. And why don't you do this at home as you're listening? Because it'll take
McCormick meat holy Hannah! Brand new 4 meat marinades for $42.
So that's been discontinued as well.
Look at that one. That one expired on 10/5.
Yeah, it's just
14 years ago.
Herbs. I mean, it's just seasoning.
It is herbs.
So if you can find this stuff, people are willing to pay.
Listen, for $10 a bag, man, that's insane. Here's the question that you've taught me very well. Don't ask. You want to know why you're selling on eBay? Don't ask why people are buying on eBay. Don't ask. I don't care why this guy wants to spend $120 on this. Not my thing. That's his.
You just want to get to the grocery stores and find them, right?
And you got some good bolos for me right now.
So I mean, these are a little harder to find. Obviously, they've been going out of clearing off the shelf or whatever you want to call it. But there's certain things that people use, so and that's what they use.
All right, you've turned us on to some interesting things. How do you find these bolos? You're just on the tweet machines and find it? Are you in the Facebook groups?
You get on Instagrams. You get on,
What are you searching in Instagram? Like rare marinate meat sausage?
So you find other resellers, right? Like I tell you, follow me at DRoy Everett, and then at DRoy Everett says, hey, this is what I'm finding today. This is what they're going for. So you find other resellers, you go to these reselling groups, you find people that are doing this, and you start following each other and sharing your tips and tricks, right? So somebody that's out in South Carolina doesn't care if I know that all this stuff, this Nestie's going for this or this McCormick's, because I'm not coming to South Carolina and stealing their stuff. Or somebody in Texas or whatever, right? They're not afraid of competition because in their town they've already cleared all this out by the time they're telling me about it.
It's gone.
So just like I know, you're not going to drive up the street and find it at the grocery store because I was there 2 days ago when I got it.
There ain't nothing left, people.
And it's discontinued, so it's not going there. Some of this stuff you can do at the Walmart and stuff, but that gets hit pretty heavy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there, and it's just, I mean, maybe around Christmas time with toys and stuff, it's the same kind of idea. It's just in the summer. I mean,
and you're all over it today. I appreciate it, my friend. We got to run.
oh man, is it that time already?
It's past that time.
What else you got? What else you got? What else you got?
You got nothing but hot tips.
Man, I've given a lot of hot tips. It's been a good show.
It is a good show. I give some feedback. I feel like we kind of fell off with we need the reviews, because I am telling you, the 2.5, 3 hour session, whatever it's going to be, talking about Jerry Salone's stuff, well worth it.
Well, here's why we need it, because we see all you people, we're in the groups, we're in the forums, and people say, hey, where do I find out about this? Hey, where do I get this? And they kind of get ridiculed or beat up.
Yeah.
And then you'll pop in there like, hey, come look at our show.
Yeah, come
and
check it out.
People do it. So the more feedback, the more reviews, 5-star reviews, or whatever you're listening to.
2-star reviews.
Well, I don't want any 2-star reviews.
Well,
you can contact me about that.
I'll turn it into eBay.
At Adam Beasley, if you have a problem with me.
I'll take off the 2-star review if you send me
$10.
If you send me your McCormick meat marinade.
Don't start extorting me money for reviews. But what I'm saying is we know there's people out there that are interested in this. They're going to be putting it in Google and stuff, or wherever you find your fine podcast that you're listening to right now. And the more reviews we get, the more 5-star reviews or positive reviews, people find us, and that helps us out to keep doing the show, and that helps them out to find their herd, as we've talked about before, their people, their tribe. So it's not going to hurt you none to go and give Derek and Adam a 5-star review and say, give these guys a listen, right?
Man, I just found how to do the sold items on the computer instead of just my phone.
Yeah, always, if you find, so if you're at a grocery store and you find some things that are on the clearance rack and stuff, it's not going to, take 5 minutes and search them on your phone for solds and see what they're going for, right?
This literally, you always look at the solds. Like, who cares what people listen to it for? A lot of 3 McCormick meat marinades for $30. $10 a package.
Yeah, I'm sure those cost big bucks at the store, like 50 cents or so.
These guys got them for $15 a piece.
There you have it.
$150.
Get your meat marinade right now.
Well, we got a friend who's all about sausage making. I wonder if he's got any of this. I wonder if Briefcase has got his sausage spices.
I don't know what he marinates it in.
I don't know either.
So, yeah, go give us a 5-star or positive review wherever you're listening to us at. Helps us out, helps the show grow, and it makes us happy.
Yes, it does.
And then in turn, we tell you things like this that you can go make big bucks on.
Selling Coke, meat marinades.
New Coke.
Atomic Fireballs. M&Ms.
Every week, man, things change. It's a moving target, right?
It is. You just adapt.
You don't want, I heard this phrase this week, you don't want to become like Blockbuster.
There you go. It's like shooting a bat with a shotgun.
Throwing dead cats.
No. Shooting a bat
you can shoot bats with shotguns, but all of a sudden throwing dead cats. That's where you draw the line?
Well, yeah, bats are like the rodents. It's like running over a mouse.
Bats clear out the mosquitoes.
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever shot a bat?
No.
We'll get into that in the tease episode.
I don't be shooting bats.
Exactly.
They never do to you.
Try to suck my blood.
Like Batman. He's saving the world from crimes and criminals.
You're more of a Joker kind of guy.
I am a Joker.
You know what's a joke?
That there's only 2 things in life that are for certain.
That's right. That'd be DeathPiles.
Yeah, they call me the fire.